Good morning, guys. Hope your weekend's going well. Let's have a Sunday morning talk about Micron stock, ticker symbol MU. Sometimes it's best to keep it simple with one stock. When you have conviction that it's going to go higher and there's more upside, why focus on anything else, okay? Because when you watch one stock, the news of that stock, the chart, it's a lot easier versus having to bounce back and forth from stock to stock, okay? So remember that the less you have, the more successful you're going to be. It's going to make your life a lot less stressful as well, okay? So Micron, we know they crushed on their earnings report. They raised guidance, and this is what we needed to see to be confident that the stock's going higher. Now let's back up 2 quarters, okay, ago. When they reported earnings, this is where I was all over Micron. I saw that they had a huge beat and raise similar to NVIDIA. Remember, they constantly beat and raised their guidance above expectations of analysts. This is what Micron did 2 quarters ago. And I realized, okay, I did my research and I said it's bottoming right now. The new upcycle has begun. And sure enough, the stock price was rewarded after that report. It went all the way up into the 150s, guys. Okay, and we made money going up to that level. And then on the way down, I was telling some people to start buying the dip because I believe that dip was overdone even in the 130s and the 120s. Okay, so some of you out there I know bought in that range, maybe slightly higher. Okay, but just be confident, guys. You're not holding the bag. I know it feels like it. And yes, technically, I guess you are, because again, you probably didn't know about stop limits back then, but now you do. Again, in your short-term account. If you're holding this in your long-term account, you shouldn't be sweating it at all. Remember, I told you 1 to 2 years. I've been saying that for a while. This is a hold for 1 to 2 years. Stash it away. Forget about it. That's the best way to look at it. So anyways, 2 quarters ago, they had an awesome beat and raise. It raged up, and then it started falling because the last report, people started getting worried that their smartphone and PC business, their consumer side of things was slowing down and that memory prices were going to take a hit because there's too much supply. So all these fears came in and the stock went all the way down to the 80s. And remember who was telling you to buy? All in there, right? Me. And I was saying, if you bought higher, to make sure to average down, right? And now we got that pop after this earnings report showing that all their segments, guys, are bottoming currently or in a new growth cycle. So let's break down their market segments so you understand here. So first is AI infrastructure. This is the strongest segment of Micron's. So high bandwidth memory, this is what's expected to go from a $4 billion total addressable market in 2023 to a $25 billion total addressable market by next year, 2025. So calendar year 2025. That's insane growth, guys. And so Micron is servicing, they're working with NVIDIA, AMD, many of these companies out there, guys. So they're in the thick of things. So remember that. And they're using more and more of these memory chips. They have the DRAM, which is the high bandwidth memory side. And then they have the NAND chips as well. And NAND, there's even less supply, I believe I read, than with the DRAM. Okay, so this should keep the prices high because obviously when supply is below demand, it keeps prices higher. So right now, Micron's in that sweet spot. And we know 2 years ago, right, in 2022, that's when the down cycle was where prices were going down. That's why Micron's stock took a hit for a while, okay? But now we're in the up cycle. So AI infrastructure, that's your strongest segment. Remember that high bandwidth memory? It's called HBM. That's crushing it right now, okay? And so many companies use, that product. And then next one is cloud and enterprise, which just started a new growth cycle. Okay, that's huge. And then we have the PC and smartphone side of things, the consumer side, which just hit a new growth cycle as well. And then the last segment is automotive and industrial. And that is just bottoming right now. So that's the last one to recover. And the great thing is these interest rate cuts are going to help this sector. We know the automotive market is affected by interest rates because obviously lower interest rates means more loan volume growth with these auto loans, people buying the cars they've been waiting on because interest rates are coming down. So it filters through the whole automotive sector, and then industrial as well is going to benefit. So this is why, if you can see the big picture, this is a great stock to just keep accumulating. Okay, it's going to keep climbing, guys. And eventually, if you can wait 1 to 2 years, it's going to get back to all-time highs sometime before then, okay? So I want to make sure as many of you are on this ride, have it in your longer-term account. Like I said, you can also short-term trade it. That's why I say have both accounts. It's going to compartmentalized, and that's why I love it. It makes my life easy. I know I can leave it long and not sell anything. And then in my short-term account, I can buy, like I said, trim on the rips, raise the stop limit, and no matter what, I win, and I can reward myself with that money. But like I said, you want to make sure you have some going long. So if you only have one account, you may want to just say, okay, I'm letting Micron go. I want to see what's possible with this stock. So like I said, keep it simple. This is one that has a lot of upside. So I'm going to focus on this. We're going to make money as this thing climbs back to all-time highs. Guys, let's get those money bags.